Hello to the amazing people, TheNeomare here, and welcome to another episode of Limbus Company. So last time I did the battle pass, I opened up all the, well, beautiful things. Oh, wait, I need to pick these up. Right, but we collected some more boxes, so yeah, these boxes are piling up, so that's pretty good. So yeah, by the end of the season I hope to have plenty of these boxes and be able to grab a lot of triple O characters here from the Limbus pass, from the dispenser. Yes, the dispenser. If you want to see like how we got here, where we are, there's a playlist in the comments or description below. But if you want to just stick around and see what we're gonna do in this episode, then welcome, sit back, relax and enjoy as we dive in. But don't forget to like and subscribe. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some more chapters. So we finished chapter 3, Canto 3 here, and we're gonna go into the Hell's Chicken. The music seems a little bit cray-cray. Oh, which reminds me, I still need to do a thing, which I will not do in this one. I'll probably do it off, but I didn't get the reward here because one of these I didn't ace. I need to find it and do it, but I'll do it, don't worry about it. Anyway. Let's go. Yeah, here. Hell's Chicken. So what is this all about? I have no idea, but let's find out. 3-5-1 chicken attack. Well, doesn't sound very pleasant. I'll probably need to go and refill some of these though, so we can do it. To receive a, let's not waste though, let's use that so it starts refilling. There we go. To receive a briefing for our next mission, we arrived downtown in K-Corp's nest. As a whiff of a roasty scent was about to take the sinners for a nostalgia trip, a flock of walking raw chickens began to attack them. Are they trying to exact revenge full of their brethren that humans fried and gobbled up? Okay, well that seems super weird, but well that's what this game is all about. Let's go. Chicken attack, okay. Interesting indeed. Off the bus, everyone. This is where we're supposed to meet the client of our next mission. Give me a break. Now we're taking requests like we are through errand boys. Say, what is that over there? It's got a long line in front of it. Ah, can't you recognize this steering scent? It is fried chicken, Greg. Deep fried chicken brought to a crisp, inexpensive oil. It seems like you haven't seen much of Nest K if you have yet to learn of Bodhisattva chicken, the hottest trend around these parts. A man with a fastidious impression suddenly caught in the sinner's conversation as if he belonged to our group. Oh, Bodhisattva chicken, is it? What is that? Permit me to answer. Bodhisattva chicken is a highly renowned restaurant known for its 6-legged, 8-winged poultry whose blissful tastes and gracious quantities really make you feel great compassion. So, I guess those who like chicken wings are in for a treat then, yeah? What's more, they're prepared for every preference. The buzzworthy biddy with the right amount of tenderness, the chubby capon with plentiful flesh to dig into, the chewy cockerel that's perfectly al dente, and more. Now tell me, what do you want? I may have heard of it erst. Isn't this a surprise? Are you saying all people is keeping up with the fats from under his rock? So what are you supposed to be? Can hazard a guess you don't know who we are either, seeing as you brazenly showed yourself in while we are talking. Can you even explain who we are? Can even you explain who we are? That's true. Gracious, what could these things roaming around the restaurant possibly be? They don't appear very normal to me. Turning around, I spotted rather strange-looking people with just as strange behavior. Isn't that K-Corp staff? What are they doing? Well, let's find out. I see individuals covering their heads with strange masks. Maybe there's some kind of mascot? They could be pretty cute when look up close. These mascots have people running and screaming though. Seems a bit off, but let's leave them be. Doesn't look they're coming this way, and I don't want to particularly feel like getting wrapped up in something bothersome. You're right, they aren't necessarily approaching us. Just what are you up with that rock from the roadside, mysterious fella? Chicken-headed K-Corp security, distorted thing. Oh, there was a distortion. Okay. What in the world did you do? Hit by the rock, it started looking around. Then it began to slowly shamble in our direction. Yikes, I've made such a clumsy mistake. What will we do? Yeah, that was an accident, I'm sure. Likely story, Koizo. You aimed straight for its head. Oh, your form was impressively stable. Why, thank you. I once aspired to be a big city baseball player. I'll play ball with you, alright? Stay right there so I can knock your noggin out of the park. They're approaching faster now. Shouldn't you deal with them first, before working up a slugger with my head? As Ryosho furiously reached for her sheet, those things came right for us. They have chicken heads. Yep, whole chickens. Rowan said that too. It's like ghosts of that chickens are chucking back from the hell for revenge. So, you guys think it's because Sinclair left a chicken wing uneaten that one time, since it was a hassle to get the meat off? Can't think of anything else we might have done to call up hen havoc. Teasing like that won't get to me anymore, you know. Besides, Rodia licked that one up clean anyway. It appears that combat is going to be our sole recourse. So why is this guy taking cover behind me then? Before I could complain further, the chicken-headed crowd attacked us. So we are fighting chickens. Well, what else would you expect from the chicken attack chapter? Yes, chapter. Character chapter. Right, so we're fighting chicken heads. Let's see what they can do. Okay, they do rupture. Okay, at least they don't heal, right? At the start of the turn, heal 15 HP. At less than 50%, heal 15 additional. So they heal. Okay. Oh yeah, they do look like guys who heal, right? Okay, so... Well, let's just try to go like... all in swinging and let's see how it goes. Well, seems like Rodia doesn't have any problems breaking them apart. So far it was only once where I actually had to like redo the fight I lost because, well, my damage type, I just didn't have enough damage and I didn't have proper damage types. Once I fixed that, I didn't have any problems after that. Also, we got some really powerful characters in the meantime. Uptying the Fossil Grips to tier 3, to uptie 3 was like really the breaking point. After that point on, I really didn't have any problems anymore. Like, she's just a monster. Yeah. But like, I don't know, Zero Sequence Zero told us there will be a couple of challenging fights in chapter 4. This is like chapter 3.5, I guess. Yeah, so. Die, chickens, die. Somebody prepare the barbecue, I guess. So will there be a second part of this fight? Well, it usually is. Nope, just one group. Okay, pretty nice and easy. Introduction to the chapter. Right, now that's all been sorted out, why don't we get back to the point, friendly four-eyed stranger. He doesn't wear glasses though, like what? Why would you call him four-eyed? Okay, I must object to such a moniker, especially so when it comes from a fellow glasses bearer. But he... oh, there they are, there on his head, okay. Oh, is that so? Sorry about that, I guess. Basic personal information, such as one's identity, can be easily acquired from the registration of one's death. So either speak or die, basically. Ah, I did neglect to introduce myself. Here's my business card. You may call me Samjo. Disregarding the growing hostility surrounding him, the man handed us his card straight away. A K-Corp, affiliate of the Department of Food Resource Development Research Center. Ha! Thought we'd be fooled by a bunch of big fancy words? Of course, persuasion and explanation are where I excel, so please stay calm and listen. I was most impressed by the feats of your battle just moments ago. Is he going to hire us to help him out with something? Definitely looks like it. K-Corp's Department of Food Resource Development. Well, did you develop some chickens and something went amok? In particular instances where you continue to assault your foes in blatant disregard for a dying colleague nearby, a few others even laughed at the sight. Nobody died though. Heh, friends or foes, those who dare impede must be promptly removed. Otis replied to his remark with a look full of pride, even though it didn't sound close to a compliment at all. As you can see, those chicken heads of unknown origin which are occupying this restaurant's front have been causing considerable damage. So what? The venue's manager has also been bedridden until just now. Another man with a haggard face totters to us, making it somewhat apparent that Samjo wasn't lying about the restaurant's owner falling ill with worry. You may speak now. So these things have been... Our fry house opened up a few months ago, just across from Yubong's Bar and Fryers. So, let's see. Bodhisattva Chicken's manager. Our franchise offers generous servings of good-tasting food using poultry with a supreme pedigree, so it was natural that we would draw all the customers from the Yubongs. Oh, did Yubongs have something to do with this thing then? But one day, out of the blue, the owner of the Yubong started acting real strange. Losing his customers must have shocked him or something, and now he's trying to ruin all of our businesses. I mean, it's not uncommon for competitors to throw jabs at each other, right? As if to attest to the restaurant's owner's woes, screams echoed from the other side of the street. What in the world is that? Looks like a Half-Life jumper leaper. Next resident, what the hell? Yubong's Bar and Fryers owner. As the supposed owner of Yubong swung his arm while muttering something, the chickens responded in unison. The raw chickens jumped at people. What in the world? Is he commanding the chickens? That's definitely strange behavior. How spiteful does someone have to be to resort to that kind of stuff? Right, so yeah, they jump on their heads and... Yep, and then you become like a Half-Life thing. This was a long time ago, when I was just a teenager. Anyway, I don't know if they are augmented or what, but those plucked and prepped hands would break into the restaurant and destroy things. And now there's people wearing those chickens on their heads too. If this skips up, our restaurant's gonna lose so much money. Such is Feathery's song. This has been his tear-jerking reflection. Would you be willing to deal with this case? That ruffled your feathers, huh, Yin-sang? Tear-jerking or whatever, we still don't take requests from a chicken. A lifetime voucher. Handle this request and I'll offer you groundbreaking benefits. The right to free orders from this restaurant for the rest of your lives. Oh, that's an offer we can't refuse. We like chicken. A lifetime voucher? I've never heard of such... I have even prepared a few free samples for you. You what? Samjo personally distributed pieces of fried chicken that he suddenly had his hands on. No, stand in line and keep things orderly. I've brought samples for different pedigrees, so you're free to pick and choose. Each one comes with a unique brand of tastiness, demonstrating its strength in different cuts of meat. Must I choose only one flavor to taste? They all appear equal in gustatory greatness. Let me suggest this then. Leave the other flavors as something to anticipate for your future meals. It won't be a problem once the lifetime voucher is in your hands. Oh, indeed! It is an infallible proposition. It seems Samjo has won the hearts of most of the sinners with his compelling words and fine poultry samples. What they say? This might be the first time I've seen Heathcliff go quiet at someone's words. That's not half bad at all. Hello? Aren't we supposed to be looking for golden bows, not golden drumsticks? Since when did we... Didn't you hear him? We're dining on free crispy chicken forever. I guess he likes chicken. It doesn't have limited use, right? It's actually free chickens forever, right? Yeah. Takeout counts too? This takes me back to older days. Wonder if anyone remembers it. You know, Ham Pam Pang's freshly fried chicken that was totes delish. It sure do. I'd have a cheeky one with the lads whenever our syndicate earned a proper lump of dosh. Miss Faust, can we have them cut the crap already? Shouldn't there be some company clause against fried chicken requests? Faust was deep in thought by her lonesome. Alright, we will take your request. Excuse me? This might also be the first time I've seen Ishmael taken back to this extent. I'm sorry, Faust, but did you go out of your mind for a second there? Yes, Ishmael, no need to be so biting there. It's hard to say. Faust's mind tends to be out there most of the time. Haha! Guess we're all right and chummy for once, eh? Faust, are you serious? You're taking a request over free chicken? To be more precise, this is to resolve a case of the distortion phenomenon, the distortion phenomena? Distortions, what are they? It is a term I'm sure is unclear to most. Although it has been occurring all around the city, no official announcement of the phenomenon has been made to the general public. Ah. To my knowledge, it is a phenomena where an individual morphs into a form often unfit to be considered human. It has no known causes, and the appearances were all different. That doesn't make it clear enough. Are they like abnormalities? Not exactly. As unlike abnormalities, they do not shrink into eggs. It is possible for them to fully expire. I have witnessed a number of cases in the past. Our company has the LCD, a department housing consultant fixers dedicated to matters regarding the distortions. Though its size is small, it nevertheless signifies the company's interest in the phenomena. So the owner of U-bongs that has turned into one of those distortion things. That's correct. One does not simply gain the ability to lead an army of raw chickens by losing their mind. I see. So that's what it's about. Phew, I almost got worried that I might have to knock on some sense back into you, Faust. Is that why you were clutching your mace so tight, Ishmael? Rightly so, we must act before this commotion results in any casualty. No. Oh, you got sauce in your face, Chiquita. I watched as Rodia wiped Don Quixote's mouth clean. I'll take that as a yes, and we'll be waiting for your contact. Right. Oof, I need some water. That was like a long cutscene. Oh yeah, that was just the the closing cutscene for the first chapter. Hen Havoc 352, let's go. To receive a briefing for our next mission, we arrived downtown in K-Corp's nest. As a whiff of a roasty scent was about to take the seniors for a nostalgia trip, a flock of walking raw chickens began to attack them. Are they trying to exact revenge for Lord their bread? Didn't we just read that though? Well, yeah, we did. Okay, let's go. Ah, sorry about that. I really had to have something to drink. Great, it's a fight, so we can just click this button and act like we are superior in this game. And don't worry too much about it. Yeah. Well, my group is definitely superior to this chickens, to these featherless chickens. Even though they have strong regenerated armors and stuff. Yeah, my triple O's are destroying them. I wish this game becomes a little bit more challenging. I mean, what's the point in going through all this to acquire these rare and powerful characters if there's nothing to use them on? Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird gacha. Usually gachas are so hard to force you to somehow get the characters you need. This one's like, yeah, you can have the characters, you can also brainstorm all the fights, but we'll need some challenge to make things interesting, so... Well, there's gonna be 13 chapters total, so hopefully there's gonna be some hard ones down the road, so that's what I'm hoping for anyway, so... In the meantime, we can enjoy the story, we can enjoy the humor, we can like, just enjoy the hobby, the video games. So we're gonna have 2 waves now, however, for the second wave we'll have some E.G.Os ready, so... It's gonna be a bloodbath. Oh, look at Rodia go. Hello there, how about, well, we don't really have E.G.Os ready. Well, we have a couple here. I guess we can use these then. There you go. Not really necessary, but what's the fun in not using them, right? Can we see some nice cutscenes then, please? Soon. Ah, no, it's gonna be the next one. There we go, this one. Well, don't lose it though. Oh, now it's this one and now this one. Yeah, it's so weird. First they do the normal attack and then they do the E.G.O. The multitude tightened its hold. Well, it's the get over there kind of thing. Then Rodion. I couldn't undo a thing. What is cast? Throw a frozen axe apparently. Axerang! Yeah, it's not a boomerang, it's an axe boomerang. It's an Axerang and... yeah, everything melts in front of us. Any day now. Oh, smack. So I did find out from Zero Seeking Zero that there's actually quite a few characters from the N Corp, so it wasn't accident to have at least one of them. So yeah, having the Rodion N Corp here fighting the Zealots in the last chapter was a given, I guess? I don't know. Although Faust is N Corp, but she doesn't look like that. But still, I would probably like, we are fighting nails with nails. I would always find something to compare and like find excitement out of regular things, I guess. I don't know. Right. Another one bites the dust. Let's go. One idea we came up with to unravel the distortion was to present some chicken-based cooking that would appease it. The sinners confidently start preparing their dishes, but shouldn't they put their cigarettes out first? Probably. Probably not a good idea to smoke while they're cooking. Yep, just a thought. Gregor, reassure. What are we supposed to do to resolve a distortion? Front of the Yubong's bar and friars. It's simple. Faust seemed to have a habit of prefacing her expositions with a disclaimer about their simplicity. What we will do is open up the heart of the distorted, disarm their mind's guard and coax them into opening up. I see. Do we remove the scapula first, or perhaps the sternum? As physical revelation of the heart, an interesting proposal. First off, we probably should visit the Yubong's place and figure some things out. Raw poultry is walking around. That can't be hygienic. Hygienic? They look like the things that were on those people's heads earlier. I don't know what they are, but we shouldn't get too close to... Oh, he's gonna jump us, isn't it? Unfortunately, I had forgotten that around 80% of the sinners valued my suggestions less than the cooing of a random pigeon on the roadside. Raw chicken. So, we can have free chicken for life after we're done whacking these pallets, eh? Good. Let's stab. I get it, that one was slice them all bare. Ha. Provoked, the raw chicken slapped into air. Ha, Heathcliff! Heathcliff's face was then devoured by one of them. No. Ooh. Heathcliff. Heathcliff stood in silence with the raw chicken adorning his head. It was quite a sight, much to my terror. I think I like Heathcliff better this way, you know? He actually seems intelligent now. Oh boy, you're gonna get your head bashed in. Oh gosh, what do we do, Dante? Wait, quick, your clock! But then... Nothing would stop me from rewinding here, but the problem is, are you gonna get chicken head then, if you do it? What if my head turns into a chicken while the clock's working? SD. What does SD mean? Same difference? Clock head, chicken head. They are no different, so I don't get being huffy over it. It looked like Sinclair was the only one actually worried about Heathcliff. Mr. Heathcliff, are you alright in there? Say, why don't we keep him as our mascot if the thing never comes off? What's the deal with you and mascots anyway? Oh, lead your eyes tighter. Heathcliff is communicating with the other hands. Something. Heathcliff's become quite a chatterbox. It appears that the chicken sitting on his face is using his mouth to communicate rather than Heathcliff himself. I cannot leave Sir Heathcliff in this strait. I had wished to cosplay with him as two fixers that'll attract the Ardienta someday. We would only be subject to mockery if we were to engage in mummery with that chicken head. Chicken head, yeah. To avoid the gathering crowd, we shoved Heathcliff into the interior of Yubong's bar and friars and followed behind him. I can't stand his clucking anymore. I'll bring him back to his senses sharply. Otis grabbed the raw chicken on Heathcliff's head with one hand and began to slap it ruthlessly with her spare. Furiously. Get up. The sound of the impacts was comparable to when she was interrogating a captive enemy. I don't see him ever recovering on his own. This leaves us no choice. I'll remove the chicken head as a whole. Is it really okay to yank it off like that? You might peel his face right off with it. Grow a backbone. Even if its skin were to be removed, it's perfectly fine as our executive manager is here to handle it. No, seriously, it's really not fine for me, Otis, and I can't just... Despite her opposition, Otis began jostling the chicken with all her might. I heard something there. I didn't actually come off, did it? Huh? Back with the soldier? What's with this barmy soup in my mouth? Heath, you were having some serious discussion with those chickens chucking their weird stuff, remember? Now, what do you say? I think I did hear some gabbing in my head. Well, what were they on about? Some sort of recipe got lost, I guess? What was the cornerstone of this eatery, but once it was gone, he stopped getting customers. That's when the master started acting off and infected us all. Pfft, did you just say those chickens were us? Bigger, I'm still recovering from those head hands. This is confusing. That's what you decided to call them? If the distortion happened because he lost his recipe, then maybe we can somehow recreate it for him. We've gotten close enough to an answer. Though much about the distortion remains unknown. One of the noted particulars is that it occurs when the good and evil, when the mind crumbles to figurative pieces. Sounds like you just pivoted away from good and evil because that version would get too long for you to bother. For instance, let's say that the Honglu held a belief he was certain would be an unchanging constant as he lived in the city. Or it could be a hope for some other psychological sustainment that has supported his life. If that support suddenly collapsed in a massively shocking event that causes one to let their ego go, his mind would crumble, so to speak. Well, I could see that happening. What could be so shocking for a well-off cuss like you, getting your private purse snatched away? Oh no, I never received an allowance. There was no need for such thing when I could spend any amount whenever I wanted. Really, what else is it then? I thought I knew, but I can't seem to elaborate on with words right now. To return to the point and sum things up, the distortion is a phenomenon that arises from deeply personal psychological shock. The affected will have walled off their heart with a solid defense. This wall has to be brought down using methods that the distorted would approve. And in this case, the distortion would want chicken-based cooking, right? Gregor took a confident step forward after saying that. I cooked up a good few meals using leftovers and cans for my comrades in arms during the war. Those traumatized soldiers were moved to tears by my dishes as they gobbled up the stuff. Huh. Hey now, is it just me or did I hear somebody scoff at that? How droll! What does a CF know about cooking? You'd better off flipping hamburgers patties with your pincer. Oh, if Mr. Gregor opened a business, he'd be a boss with big meaty claws. We assume that's short of for crawling furball, isn't it? But I'll say, I do like the idea of being the guy with big meaty claws, eh? My head's just got a sting. A true chef follows their tongue and blade. Could you really say that food haphazardly mashed together in a war zone is a real cuisine? Why don't you cook it then, Ryushu, if you're so good at cooking? Oh, that's one for the cookbooks. Miss Yoshu, she's speaking with full words for once. It sounded cool, but I'm not sure you want to be giving out advice. Ah, look at them go at it. Actually, hold on. Have you even cooked before, Ryushu? Ops, I have crafted dishes on a level that you, as a trifling cook, can't dare imagine. Okay, now, I'm starting to get mad. Let's see. I'm on Shu's side. Why are we splitting up into teams now? Ahaha, I mean it's fun. And why did you end up siding with her? Greg, darling, we've been stuck too close for too long. Why don't we try a little distance just for today? Heathcliff, having shaken off the dizziness, walked to Gregor's side. So we win by pulping her up, aye? No, we aren't crushing anyone with force. You admit to feeding your men canned food? You're a disgrace of a soldier. For your reference, I much prefer instant foods. That reference, just a preference. This is childish, really. Do you guys seriously want to take sides over this? Tell us, why don't you tell us, which side are you, Ishi, if you had to choose between Greg and Ryushu to serve food for us sinners? Don't you try to coax her. I know Ishmael and I have been thick as thieves since early on. Despite Gregor's confidence, Ishmael's face and posture betrayed a sense of awkwardness. Ishmael? Oh, she joined Ryushu's side. So did Otis. So did Rodion. Is this girls versus boys? Oh boy. Sorry, Gregor, but if it's canned goods we're talking about, I ate more than I ever wanted on the ship. Come on, why won't you look me in the eyes, Ishmael, eh? Ishmael took a few sluggish steps backwards to stand next to Ryushu. Her eyes never looked up to meet Gregor. Oh. Hey. Even though there wasn't much rapport to begin with, I could hear what little trusting bond existed between the two fell apart. Oh, Don Quixote joined the left side, so first girl on the left side. Don Quixote had glued herself to Gregor's back before I noticed her face was off color. As a matter of truth, while we are banqueting upon skewered chicken on the bus, I bore witness to that woman's most awful deed. What you do with a chicken kebab? That is I cannot begin to put it to words. Well, you saw it, did you? Haha, that was a secret technique of mine to bring out the Dakochi's ultimate flavor. Don Quixote shuddered violently. Soon enough, Honglu went to Gregor's side with a sparkle in his eyes. Oh, it would be a unique experience to try dishes comparable to pet food once in my life, right? I'll be rooting for you, Gregor. Yeah, right. Thanks a lot, Honglu. Yeah, that didn't sound like a compliment. It really didn't. Honglu stood behind Gregor wearing a kind of smile on his face. Faust, I can count on you of all people to make the rational choice, yeah? I don't know. As Faust can enjoy a risky venture from time to time. With that profound remark, Faust took her place behind Ryushu. I really don't get it. Why are we splitting our group into opposing teams? Hey chick, pick a way to survive or buzz off. Chipping hesitation isn't cool, kiddo. Then... Sinclair, you might be linked to Ryushu on a spiritual level at this point. Ryushu's ruthless remark made Sinclair trudge to her side. Ooh, she's getting more and more people on her side. Isn't it unfair to treat him to join you? To threaten him to join you? That's cheating. I shan't choose, and instead I humbly await your selection. Don't need that, you take it. And then he joins the left side. Isang was placed on Gregor's team without him moving a muscle. Lastly, Mersault quietly stood behind Gregor. Okay, there we go. 6 on 6. What's happening now? I have no idea. Mersault. I'm a little touched. I know we never got to talk much, but you still decided to come and stand by me in my time of need. I have only done so because joining the team with fewer members would set the balance right. There we go. That makes perfect sense. Some will proclaim that they saw tears well up in Gregor's eyes at that moment. With the teams decided, we entered the kitchen of Yubung's looking for a suitable place to cook. It had become a long-neglected mess with traces of foul rampage. However, Ryushu and Gregor kicked stray plates and utensils out of their way like it was none of their business and then took their spots. Hang on, are we allowed to do all this in someone else's restaurant? It is Raft, so I care. You can't call it a restaurant, already fated to shut. We're trying to help. Yeah, our goal is to deal with the distortion, isn't it? Raw chicken. An angered flock of chickens fluttered to intimidate the sudden intruders, but much to their dismay. Get in my vein, you'll get chopped. Get in my vein, you'll get sliced. So they talk at the same time. So now they are a duo team. Let's go. You guys look more in sync now. Well, they sure do. They sure do. Okay. Oh, now we're fighting little chickens. Look at that. Let's see. Targets the unit with the least SP. On hit, deal 5 SP damage. If user doesn't take damage this turn, apply 2 attack power up to all allies next turn. Okay. Well, doesn't seem too bad. I mean, these enemies seem like pretty weak with very low HP. Yep. So, well, They do SP damage though, but like, does that really matter? Yeah, not really. Oh, we got some debuffs? No. Okay. What is what it is? Oh, that's it? Okay. Oh, this side, the winner's side, yep. It's the winner's side. Wait, is this an abnormality fight? Could I have chosen targets? Ooh, look at that. Faust almost losing. No, is she? I don't know. Will I be able to do it in 10 turns though? This is going slower than you would expect from such an easy fight. Oh wait, what is this one all about? Back? On hit, heal 7 HP. Oh, do they all have different stuff? Oh, they do. Yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, this is an abnormality fight because we're not getting more of these resources. So we can choose who goes where if you like to. Okay. Ah, no need yet, but... No. Well, that was like... We got hit! Oh no! My reputation! Getting hit by a chicken thing. Okay, let's check. Dominating. Well, really, nobody goes there? Surely somebody... Ooh. Nasty. Execution. Execute that chicken. Turn it into roasted chicken wings. Let's go. Nice. Ciao. Pew pew. Yeah, way on time. I could use more people on this one. Doesn't really matter. I can't be bothered. Ah, poor little chicken. It's kind of a funny chapter if you think about it, but still, no challenge so far. Maybe it comes into next episode. Wait, did he like miss 4 times there? Oh yeah, if it was evading, then it makes sense, right? Right. Parapapam, pam. Ryosha and Gregor radiated a burning viciousness. Is this murderous aura supposed to be part of the culinary experience? What recipe are you even gonna show? More canned crapola? There's no dish that beats the taste of survival. Hey, champagne here, get me a hand. Huh? Okay. Isang, sorry, but can you open this can for me? As you wish. The sights and sounds filling the kitchen seemed at least somewhat proper. I can hear knives hitting the cutting boards, broth boiling up in pots, and fire sizzling on cigarettes. Huh? Why do I hear smoke in the kitchen? I just realized the only 2 smoking characters are the ones cooking, Gregor and... Oh no! Why do I hear smoking in the kitchen? Yeah, they both smoke, so... Look at them, 2 addicts. Such a nasty habit smoking is. The 2 remained silent. Of course, as expected, the sound of a cigarette being snuffed out only came from Gregor's side. Oof, it's so freaking hot in here. Yeah, the summer heat wave hit. I'll need to put on air conditioning or something. Okay, cool. So that's gonna be it for this chapter and for this episode. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you soon for the continuation of this wacky chapter here, which seems like relatively long. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Do something nice, be kind to each other, and let's make the world a better place together. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Limbus Company, TheNeomare signing out. Bye bye.